Imagine a world where the advice you receive from a machine can land you in the hospital with severe psychiatric symptoms. Sounds like a scene from a sci-fi movie, right? But here's where it gets real. A recent case study reveals that a man who followed the health plan suggested by a chatbot ended up with a rare form of toxicity. This shocking incident raises important questions about the limitations of AI technology and its potential to cause harm when used as a substitute for human expertise. But before we dive into the details, let's take a step back and explore why people are increasingly turning to AI for medical advice. With the rise of chatbots and virtual assistants, it's becoming more common for individuals to seek health guidance from machines. However, as we'll see, this trend can have devastating consequences. The story begins with a man who wanted to reduce his salt intake and improve his health. He did what many of us do when faced with a problem. He asked ChatGPT for advice. The chatbot suggested sodium bromide as a substitute for sodium chloride, which the man promptly ordered online and started incorporating into his diet. Now, you might be wondering what's wrong with that. After all, sodium bromide can be used as a substitute for sodium chloride in certain contexts. But here's the crucial part. The AI neglected to mention that sodium bromide is typically used for cleaning hot tubs, not for human consumption. This lack of context is a perfect example of how AI can fail to provide accurate and reliable information. Fast forward 3 months, and the patient presents to the emergency department with paranoid delusions, believing his neighbor is trying to poison him. The medical staff is baffled by his symptoms, which include increasing paranoia, auditory and visual hallucinations, and attempt to escape from the hospital. It isn't until the patient explains his AI-inspired dietary regime that the doctors start to piece together the puzzle. With the help of test results, they diagnose him with bromism, a toxic accumulation of bromide. But what exactly is bromism, and how did it become a thing of the past? Bromism was once a relatively common condition, responsible for up to 8% of psychiatric admissions in the early 20th century. However, with the phasing out of medications containing bromides in the 1970s and 1980s, cases of the condition drastically dropped. So, how did this patient's bromide levels get so out of control? The answer lies in the fact that his bromide levels were measured at a staggering 1,700 milligrams per liter, compared to the typical levels of less than 10 milligrams per liter in healthy individuals. The patient's treatment involved a 3-week course of medication, after which he was released with no major issues. But the real concern here isn't the return of an antiquated illness. It's the fact that emerging AI technology still falls short when it comes to replacing human expertise in matters of health and medicine. As the authors of the study note, it is important to consider that ChatGPT and other AI systems can generate scientific inaccuracies, lack the ability to critically discuss results, and ultimately fuel the spread of misinformation. But here's the part that most people miss. It's not just about the technology itself, but about how we choose to use it. So what can we learn from this case study? For starters, it's crucial to approach AI-generated advice with a healthy dose of skepticism. While AI can be a powerful tool for providing information, it's no substitute for human expertise and critical thinking. And this is the part where things get controversial. Should we be holding AI developers accountable for the consequences of their technology? Or is it up to the individual to use their best judgment when seeking medical advice from a machine? We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think AI has the potential to revolutionize healthcare, or are we playing with fire by relying on machines for medical advice? Let us know in the comments. The research was published in the journal Annals of Internal Medicine, Clinical Cases, serving as a stark reminder of the importance of human oversight and expertise in the age of AI.